Hey there, how's it going everybody? Today I'm going to show you how to set up DMARC records for Salesforce so that when you send emails from Salesforce, they don't go into your spam. I'm recording this because I got stuck on this for a few weeks actually, and I kept trying to use email relay through Gmail, and it wasn't working. And I finally figured out there's actually a simpler solution, which is just to add SPF and DKIM records to your domain name service, which in my case is Cloudflare. So it's actually super simple to do this, and I'll take you through it. So the first thing that you want to do is go ahead and add a SPF record, which stands for Sender Policy Framework. And all it does is it just tells your email service that Salesforce, in this case, is permitted to send emails on your behalf. So the way that you do that is, as per this article, you want to include an SPF record in your DMARC records, which is going to be on whatever domain service you use. So in this case, I'm using Cloudflare, and I already have an SPF record here for Google, and I'm just going to add another item here for Salesforce. Make sure you just add it after the previous include statement and separate everything with a space. And then this is all you have to do to add a SPF record to your, actually maybe I'll add a comment here, plus Salesforce. Save it. Now for the DKIM records, the way DKIM works is a private key and a public key that is shared between your the sender, which in this case is Salesforce, and the domain, which is Cloudflare. Salesforce will send the private key to Cloudflare when it's sending an email, and this verifies that this email did in fact come from Salesforce, so that it's less likely to be spam. So the way that you do this is you go to Setup in Salesforce. So diving into the DKIM records now, you'll see I've already created this one here called Salesforce 1, and if you click into it, it just looks like this: Salesforce 1, Salesforce 2, there's the domain matching pattern, and the CNAME record for both of these. And these are two records, DMARC records, that you're going to be adding to the domain name service as a record, and that will help improve the deliverability. Now when you're actually going and creating these, all you're going to do is put the name of the first one and the second one, and then you're going to go ahead and put in the domain that it points to. Then it's going to create this record for you, and then you just have to go and populate this as a CNAME record on your web provider, which in my case is Cloudflare. And you can see here I've copied the first part of the key, so Salesforce 1 underscore domain key, and then I've put in the second part, which is the target, which is shown here, and I've turned off proxies because these Salesforce DKIM keys do not need to be proxied. And then I will also just put in a comment here, Salesforce 1 as the first DKIM record, and then I've done the exact same thing here for the second. Now this is done, and you can go over and you can activate it once you're done, and it will tell you that it's detected these records on your domain. Now once you've done this, you can go ahead and test email deliverability, and I'll do that right now. It's going to go to my email, and it shows me that I received this email from salesforce.com. It's not in my spam. There's no strange patterns that are showing up. If I show you an older one, you'll notice that it has all this extra information included as part of the email. By setting up the SPF and DKIM records, it will first of all get it out of your spam, but it will also remove all this additional text as well. So highly recommend setting these up. You do not need to use email relays, which is something that I originally thought. And hopefully this helps you in terms of the process of getting your Salesforce set up. Thank you, and we'll talk soon.